Good morning. Um, so we're halfway through the week. Thank you. Thank you. Um, I'm starting to feel well enough to run some errands today because it's been very difficult for me over the last month to do more than one trip up and down the stairs in a single day. So, so I've kind of stayed away from things that would require that I do that, you know. But I had to go to the HOA meeting on Monday, and I'll tell you, that property manager is so smug, and she talks over me. The other homeowners were able to really discuss their concerns about their properties, and she shut me down and said, "Stay till the end of the meeting and we'll discuss it." Okay, why am I being treated differently? I couldn't stay till the end of the meeting because I had the Depot call at 7. Um, I left a complaint with her supervisor because this is ridiculous. She was supposed to. Um, I asked right away on the 5th, after the door was pounded down, who's responsible? Is it my insurance? Or is it the property man? Is it the HOA insurance, right? And what I have found out since is that the property management would rather just pay it out of pocket because their deductible is so high that they'd rather not have a claim and have that potentially raise the rates. Fine, then just pay the invoice. What's the problem here? Why are you making this so difficult, Allison? For fuck's sake. She lied about me in front of the entire group and said that I rejected her contractor. I did no such thing. I gave her contractor my contractor's information and vice versa. And I said, please coordinate so we can figure out who's responsible and who's going to be doing the repairs. And same with Allison. This is the property manager. I gave her my adjuster's information so that she could coordinate with the adjuster. 2 weeks she sat on that. I had it boarded up on the 5th, right after it happened. And the only reason I didn't get an estimate sooner from the contractor I am working with is because they were working on other repairs in my home because I had a leaky toilet and I had to replace the toilet. So I had a whole other project that was being worked on at the same time this was going on. Amazing. Um, Rose Thorn Reacts did a really interesting um, video yesterday about food fetishes and the potential that uh, that Foodie Beauty Chantel is engaging in a fetish called adult baby, which I can totally see that. The baby talk, the ha, 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 right? All this whining and shit. Waking her husband up at 2 in the morning to buy her a treat. God damn, if my spouse did that to me, I'd say, I'm I'm sleeping. Hey Dan, good morning. I'd be like, look, I'm sleeping. Go to bed. You don't need to eat around the clock. That's ridiculous. And she wanted a Simpsons donut, right? Like it's a cake. Shauna, it just gets worse and worse. I know, like, and she's probably traveling right now because her ticket said it was for the 23rd, and she's been silent yesterday, today. She's been silent. So she's probably traveling right now. I honestly don't think she should care about saying, hey, I'm going back to Canada to visit family, blah, 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 right? She doesn't even have to say it's a visa run. She can let everybody speculate about that or whatever. But she doesn't need to be weird about it, you know? She's always weird about it. And who knows if that's where she's going? She might have changed up the ticket to go to a different country. Hey, Danny. Hi, beautiful. Um, I have a lot to do today. I got a lot of bullshit I got to get through because I've been like down for several weeks because of the sprains in my feet and ankles over that one big fall I took right after my birthday. I took a big fall and I ended up having to get an x-ray of my right foot to see if it was fractured, which fortunately it wasn't, but same to you, Danny. Best of luck for your day as well. How are you? You got any interesting plans? I know it's much later in the day for you, but got anything cool that you're doing? I didn't go to VCU either, by the way. The reason I have a VCU sweatshirt, Danny, is because my ex-boyfriend from we dated from 2005 to 2012. He was a graduate of VCU, so that's why I have a VCU sweatshirt. But I did not go there. I remember getting him a license plate frame that was pretty cool. It said something like, yeah, we are that hot, or I can't remember what it said. No, laugh out loud. Still staying at my uncle's. Can't wait to go home. You've been there for a long time. This is pretty extended. Oh, I remember what it said. The license plate frame said, VCU, we're kind of a big deal. That's what it said. I got him that license plate frame. And they used to sell sweatshirts at and t-shirts at the store there, the student store, um, that said VCU Rams football undefeated, and that's because they don't have a football team. They don't have an. It's been over a month. Hopefully, I go home next week. Yeah, that's a long time. I thought you were like transplanting to that area and that's where you were going to set up life. So, I guess you're coming back to the States? I'll wait for you to reply on that one. I'm sorry if it's loud. There's some landscapers across the street. That was one of the things that came up in the HOA, was discussing the landscapers. And this dumb ass bitch who is our property manager said they do leaf blowing on Friday. No, they do leaf blowing on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. What are you talking about? We have noise pollution every single freaking day of the week here. Holy hell. I don't know who has the hookup with the landscaping crew, but somebody's got to have a hookup because they are definitely here too much, you know? You don't like it there? I just miss my family and friends. I want to settle down in back home city. Okay. Thank you. Um, I know I got some bags, but thank you. Um, yeah, I break out like during the holiday season, shall we say, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, when the diet changes up for, you have your big meals and your leftovers and all that. That's when I start really breaking out. But the rest of the year, I guess, I don't eat that much and I drink a lot of water. So, are you doing anything fun today, Danny, or no? You're just hanging out at home? I've been really wanting. I miss being able to cook. I can't cook at someone's house. I don't know why. I don't know why. They won't let you like go in the kitchen and like make them a meal. That is interesting. We used to host Japanese exchange students when I was like in junior high. I'm just hanging out with my cousin and watch a movie later. Okay, well, hopefully it's a good movie. We used to host Japanese exchange students when I was in junior high, and they were only there for like, it was either a week or 2 weeks that they would stay with us. And I remember a couple of the girls wanted to cook for us, and so we went across the street to one of the other hosts' houses. My neighbors were also hosting somebody, and they cooked up a full meal. We had tofu with salmon flakes and um, green onion on it and soy sauce. I don't remember like the whole meal, but that was a standout for me because it really made me like tofu. So I was like, wow, this is actually really good. I think we had green tea with it too. They actually tell me to go cook something for myself, but I can't. I'm just awkward. Have I seen American Horror Story? I don't think so. Because I feel like I'm confusing it with that show that was it Matthew McConaughey and maybe Woody Harrelson were in, but they switch out the cast every season. You've never tried tofu? Well, I would suggest if you try it, um, you should get the soft variety. Like it'll say firm, soft, blah blah blah, right? The softer ones, in my opinion, taste better, but you do need to flavor it. You can't just have it like by itself. It's not. And you're going to want to chop it up into small cubes. You can like throw some into a salad, or you can top it like I just described. Um, but it's not something that I would just like start like pick it up and start eating it. It's like it's not, it doesn't have a lot of flavor, you know? So you gotta flavor it. It's good for you though. Not too much though for women. Um, it's not, you only want to have it once in a while. It's not great for women to have it all the time. Supposedly it raises estrogen levels or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember what the problem was with it. I have not seen American Horror Story. I've been hearing that people are raving about it, but I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. There you go. Or you know what? You could try it at like a Japanese restaurant rather than get a whole block and do it at home. You could go out to a Japanese restaurant. If you get miso soup, they have tofu in the soup. Little cubes of tofu are in the soup. And it's got seasons 3, 4, and 7. Is this another one where you don't have to watch the earlier seasons? Lady Gaga's in season 5. Interesting. I don't know if I have time to binge watch anything. I've been working on some other things, and I don't know that I can sit down and binge another show. It's a different story every season. Okay. That's why I thought it might be the same thing as what I watched years ago, but that was like the first season. And it was like a murder mystery, right? Sarah Paulson, if you know her, she's pretty much in every season. Okay. I did not. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check it out. But I don't know that I can really spend a lot of time on that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much the only thing I sit down to watch is House of Dragons on Sundays, and then I'll do a react to it. You always catch me on the react to it, and you're like, oh, I haven't seen it yet. Right? I haven't seen the episode yet. What did you think of last Sunday's episode, by the way? We had that hot black dude got selected by Sea Smoke to be the writer. Oh no. I haven't even looked at the channel of my stalker because I'm just sick of his obsession with me. One of my stalkers is back. I keep reporting him, but nothing works. I know. I YouTube is pretty bad about this shit. You haven't watched it yet? You've been asking your sister to watch it with you, but she's busy. Well, don't wait for her too long because we're almost to next Sunday. You're going to be really behind. You're going to be very behind, Danny. It was a good episode. We got to see Rhaenyra slap one of her council members. It's like, bam! You have forgotten that I am the queen. I am the queen. That was good. He deserved it. He absolutely deserved it. He had been so condescending and like combative and challenging, her everything that she said and instructing her, telling her what to do, and she's like, "Fuck you." I am not putting up with this shit anymore. God damn it. That was a good scene. That was good. Plus, we get some lesbian action in this one. That's all I'll say. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. We do get some lesbian action in this one. It's interesting that they introduced like homosexual relationships, like gay uh, men in season one. They lightly touched on the idea that Rhaenyra and Alicent might have been lovers as teenagers, but it's not on screen or anything, right? And it took us till midway through season two before we actually see some lesbian action. Okay, so here we are. Um, have you been watching the Amber Lynn bullshit? So she dropped the facade of having Valentine as a girlfriend. She's like, well, I found out some things about her, and it turns out, she had an entirely different life that she wasn't telling me about, and I just didn't know um, about this, so I had to end it. Girl, they don't, these lolcows do not end relationships. That was a fake relationship. So somebody had slipped into her DMs named Tommy, who I guess has communicated with her over the last like 2 weeks, and came out, stayed with her for a couple of days. They hung out, they did whatever, and um, then Tommy flew back to wherever she lives, and I haven't watched a lot about this, but apparently there are things coming out about this Tommy person actually being married with children. So I don't know where this is going, but she wants her to move in. I don't know how you're going to make that work if the girl really is married, you know, married with children. But please move into my house. Come move in with me, girl. You make me. Oh, and the desperation. Oh, she's been gone for a couple of days. I was so happy. She made me so happy. It was like one of the most desperate things I've ever seen. I I don't know what's going on with these ladies that they have such arrested development that their emotions are all over the place, right? And they both say that they have mental issues, right? They've got some sort of mental disorders, and um, I know people with mental disorders who do not act like that. I've never seen grown adults act like that before. It's quite amazing to watch. Makes for good entertainment on YouTube, but you know, um, they're, as far as we can tell, filming their real lives, right? As far as we can tell. Like, this is not scripted. This is not. I mean, to some degree, I think it is. Like, especially with Chantel, it seems like she kind of writes out her narrative of this is what I want to do on my live stream, this is what I want to do on my vlog. Um, but it's pretty basic shit. It's mostly um, to create an image in some regards to what her life looks like. But the mask comes off so often, you know? So, alright, I'm gonna jump because Rosethorn Reacts just put another video out, it looks like. So I'm gonna watch that before I start doing my chores. I got so much crap I gotta do today because I didn't get the trash out yesterday. But I have super huge bins, so if I skip a week, it's not that big of a deal. As long as I can get it downstairs and doing the stairs, right? So I kind of try and like line up my chores to be like, okay, I'm gonna get the mail. I'm going to go to the bank. I'm going to go to the gas station. I'm, gonna go pick up a prescription. You know, I try and line all this up with bringing stuff down to the bins because walking those stairs is so hard for me, you guys. But I still have to pick up that prescription that's like a nerve medication and see how that does to relieve whatever. It's not a painkiller, so I don't know what it's gonna do, but it's supposed to be a nerve medication. Anywho, I'm gonna check out Rose Thorn Reacts. She just dropped something. I just got a notification for it. Sometimes those notifications, though, are old. They're like, hey, watch this video from like 5 days ago. Thanks a lot for that, YouTube. Um, well, Danny, I hope that you enjoy your movie. And for the others that jumped in and were watching, I hope you all have a fantastic day as well. And take care. Happy Hump Day.